Let's talk more about the legal strategy. Let's bring in Avery and Richard, our usual legal minds here, civil rights attorney Avery Friedman, as well as criminal defense attorney joining us from Las Vegas, Richard Herman. All right, gentlemen. So investigators say Jahar Tsarnaev already told them that he and his brother built the devices in Tamerlan's home, and now investigators say they found explosive residue in the apartment that Tamerlan, the slain suspect, shared with his wife, Catherine Russell, and their daughter. And then, Richard, with the discovery of evidence being made so public, can the defense even argue that it will be hard for Tsarnaev to get a fair trial altogether?
Yeah, they can argue that, like Scott Peterson argues that, like they all argue that, Fred, but it's going nowhere.
Right.
Listen, Fred, he is going to get the death, unlike Jodi Arias, who we'll talk about later. This boy is going to get the death penalty. And if the U.S. Attorney's Office might not even entertain any issue about any plea bargain here, and while the criminal defense attorneys are spectacular, Avery's right, they don't get any better than that in these type of cases where you need mitigation and you want to delay and you want to try to offer information up to try to spare his life. Sure. There is no other information this guy can give. He's not giving credible information. And our intelligence, I mean, really, do we have confidence in it? These guys, the other kids were on visas with violations. These guys are here, guy's here on asylum, Fred, and they're going home to visit their families when they're here on asylum. It just doesn't make sense. Somebody dropped the ball big here, and this gentleman that you're looking at on the screen right now, he is going to get the death penalty. I don't think there's any way out of it.
Yeah.
And are we looking at potentially, as they found residue in the apartment, that potentially, this widow might be facing some legal trouble of her own, Richard, down the line, if it turns out her fingerprints are anywhere on the materials?
Not only that, they had telephone conversations with her between the older brother and her after his picture was posted all over the news. And law enforcement is very interested in what the substance of those conversations. And apparently, there's recordings of those conversations.
There's a picture of
That's
Catherine
what I'm
Russell
hearing.
right there.
That's right.
Right.